Oh, there we go. Oops. Oh, now I need my phone. Just put Twitch on my phone. Yeah, I decided to do that. What is it? Oh yeah, to not stream that game. What is it? Oh yeah, the Whispering Willows. Yeah, I won't stream that game.
I'll whip one up in no time.
There we go. I put it on my phone. There was, yeah. I would have been quicker, but there were so many notifications on my phone. It's like, goddamn. I guess I should have ignored them all. Oh no. Yeah, I forgot it was R3 to do that. To switch teams. Yeah, I should have strong characters, whatever.
Rest and rebuild. Torrent, bring refuge. Yeah. Think you can get away? Yeah. Rise. Orders given. Orders received. Motion to compel. Inadmissible evidence. Allow me. Billowing surge. To incinerate. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Yeah, I was gonna play that game. Buy that game, I mean. But I think I will later.
Rest and rebuild. Covenant of the deep. Think you can get away? Scratch. Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink. Huh. Access denied. All hail. Allow me. Billowing surge.
Jesus.
Time for takeoff. Yeah. Bring refuge. Ouch!
Manifest! Cryo incarnate! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Rest and rebuild. Allow me, Covenant of the Deep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought I was getting tired.
There is no escape.
Dumpty Dumpty go! That really hurt! First blast! Pew! One, two, breathe. 3, 4, and
I want to see how many it takes. So 533, Jesus.
race you.
Oops, wrong thing. I guess I'll... Yeah, I said I would do dailies. I'm weekly, so I'm gonna do this first. Then do a weekly thing.
Oh, I don't like the rain.
Yeah, freaking... I was gonna buy these, and I probably will. Because I was thinking like, oh yeah, it's on Game Pass. I played the whole game, and it's like, wait, no, I didn't. I only played a part of the game. Because when I played it, it was freaking broken on yeah, when I played it, it was broken on freaking Xbox. One S. I don't know if it still is broken on the 1S.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Let's move.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Have a load of this.
Boba, get them.
But yeah, it seems you have to have a PS5 that a PS5 or a 1X to kind of brute force the issues. I think the 1X does that even though it's last gen, but it still brute forces the freaking issues. And I don't know, that game was just awful, kind of. It wasn't
Add
bad,
extra
but the bugs were bad. Like, it really does not make any sense. Like, how bad the bugs were, I mean. So, yeah, my friend's saying that the PS5 doesn't have a lot of power over the PS4, I think. Yeah, that's kind of a lie. Like, it does. It's just, it's not really noticeable, I guess. Because it still can't do 120. Like, it could do 120 in old games like Resident Evil. It could do 120 there, yes. But in current gen games, no, it can't. And people are like, what the hell? But that's mostly because freaking the Series S. Yeah, it's mostly because the Series S, the weakest current gen console and the last gen consoles they will make it for. But I need drinking water. I just need. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a multitude of things. But it's not like they can't do it, I don't think. I honestly think it's just the weaker consoles they've developed for. Because I don't know, consoles are not like PCs. What I mean is, like, you can't frickin'. They're more like PCs now. But, I don't think they're designed the same way. Like, they weren't meant to, frickin', be upgraded. Like, have different, like, graphics options. Like, they're not meant to be like that. It wasn't until the PS4 Pro that they finally got graphic options. Because from the existence, or when freaking console games first started out, I forget the console they first started with. The first ever console. I know it was some weird thing. It wasn't Nintendo. It wasn't Atari. Frickin' what was it? I forget. It wasn't Sega. Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, frickin' obviously it didn't have graphics options. Not until the PS4 Pro, frickin' how many years later? Probably like 25 years later, I would say. Probably even longer than that. Freaking consoles finally got graphics options. Because consoles are closed boxes. Freaking PCs aren't. I know they freaking tried that with PS3. Like put Linux on the PS3, but yeah, then they stopped because people freaking jailbroke a system really fast with Linux and downloading other stuff. So I don't know. It's like obviously I'm not a game developer, but I've been around long enough to frickin' see what's going on. And yeah, ever since I started gaming, well, I had a PS1 and N64. Yeah, the N64 had upgraded RAM, but obviously it was a freaking thing you had to buy from Nintendo. The upgraded RAM. So I guess you could say they kind of started with the N64. The upgraded, freaking hardware. Shoot. I don't know where to go. I guess, do this. Oh, I will wait. Oh yeah, the event. The web event. So how much do I have now? What is that? 10,858, I guess. 10,858. I wanna see how much I can get. I'm not actually gonna get it. Oh, 57. I mean
Mango sauce
67.
tastes better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
So yeah, I'm gonna get 80. Um, oh yeah, wait for 2 days I forgot. Oh, not settings. So yeah. And it's like, I don't know what happened with, the Ascent. I guess Neon Giant just really freaking made the game. Yeah, they made the game with the help of Xbox. It's a lot bigger than they say. It's a lot bigger. I don't know. Who knows? Probably. But yeah, with all of that, freaking the game's worse. Because it's bigger. Because freaking they couldn't handle the workload and just released an unfinished game. It's
You are
like,
not welcome
damn it.
here.
Well, that
Nice.
sucks.
Think you can get away? Nice and spicy. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Yeah, that really just sucked.
Nice and spicy. Wheel of life. That really
Let's see. Oh, it's max. So my character obviously don't have that. Oh, oh shoot. I think I need. Um, okay. I just want to see something. Oh no, I can't really see that way. Oh, I can't even see that way. Frick. I just wanted to see how many he would give me.
Race you! Get them! Eat this! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Go. Let the show begin. Yeah. Get them!
So do I...
Wheel of life. Let's dance. Yeah. I'll protect us. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
So... Oh shoot, how many do I get of these? I can see like 2, I think. Oh. Yeah, I think 2 I get, right? I couldn't really see it all. It's like, freaking Christ, not having that is really stupid. I guess I'll frickin' see next time. When I do this off stream, I'll fight that guy and see how much I get off stream. Since I could actually zoom in, because with the, well, since I'm streaming, I can't zoom in. Oh, 4 days later? I thought it was 2 days later. Oh no. Okay. The boss, like, the boss respawns not by time. Well, he does spawn by time, over time, but over,
We meet
real,
again. Thank you so much for all your
real
help.
time, not
You,
in-game
what are
time.
you doing here?
Okay.
Convicts
So
on the
how
desert
much
being
is that,
escorted
like
through caravan
20
nearby.
in
So I'm here to keep an eye on things.
real time?
This should be the last group of them, so
Minutes?
I'll be heading back to the academia once they're cleared.
Yeah, I'm guessing
The
so.
last few days have been
I
quite the
would
ride,
think
but
20 would be
fortunately,
long
I can
enough.
say with confidence that this case is
Maybe even
finally coming to
10.
an end. At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up
Yeah,
the
I
truth.
think 20 would be
However,
too long.
Sino crossed the
Probably
desert and took
5
out
or
their main
10.
camp overnight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill.
And? Then what happened?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia and
So
arrested
yeah,
more
I guess
researchers on the
I'll
list.
figure out
Some of
another
them
game
managed to
since
get out
I'm
of the
not gonna
academia,
play
but still
Whispering
failed to escape.
Willows.
The scattered criminals were captured by Sino all across Sumeru. I even heard that someone was about to escape to
What
Fontaine,
other
but was still
game?
apprehended just
I
at the border.
guess The
Having more than 300
Division, but
prisoners
only
apprehended for
for
interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
like
Sino alright? He didn't get injured, did he?
for 2 or 3 hours.
He seems fine, but nobody knows the real situation. He brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own. Among them were even some of our former colleagues. Not just the criminals are afraid of him. Even we start feeling a little nervous when he's around now. But even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong, we're still always honored to have Sino around. By the way, are you guys here to see Sino? I think I just saw him walking in that direction when I was on watch nearby. He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Sure thing, Nibiel. You be careful too. Don't let any of those bad guys escape.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the academia anytime. Farewell then.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Like, and do all the dailies and all the weeklies in 2 hours. And I think that's gonna be kinda not really hard to do, but it's just I'm not gonna be doing a lot of story stuff.
Let me try.
Life goes on. Orders given. Orders received. Face you!
That will end you. You win. Cut down. Like this.
So yeah. Oh, I got sick. $7.89. So only 4 more. Oh, where is it? Oh, do I have? Oh, I have this one. It's kind of far away though. Oh shoot! Freaking Christ! Keep accidentally pressing triangle. Yeah, I think I'll be another character, so it doesn't matter. Like her or him, because I keep accidentally pressing triangle. Oops. I'll just rest here. Yeah, I know that to, like, you, to save your energy, don't jump. Like, no, duh, I know that, but it's just, oops, that was a bad fall. Can't believe I didn't die. Okay, I did something. Probably kill so many guys at once.
Nice.
Didn't mean to do that. Oop, I think that guy helped me a lot. Oh, there's a thing here. Oh, I just need to wait like another second. Okay, there he is.
Time to go to work.
Boba, get them! Wheel of life. Out of the
Now
frying
you're
pan,
testing my
into the
patience. Gotcha.
Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Um, oh no, I got that, so... Oh no, that... She's my freaking party. Well, then... where is she? Oh no. Yeah, there's no need for them to be 90. Well,
I
there's
created
a
another
reason
universe
for
and
her
found
to be
paradise
90.
for I, Fischl,
Because
and the
her
princesses of
bird...
the
See, there's space, health, base defense, base attack, and attack. I don't know, that's weird. Why is there base attack and attack? But, yeah, with, Razor, freaking... Jesus. Oh, shoot. I hit a wall. There we go. That's gonna help a lot. Oh, with, Oh, I should have freaking saw whatever. Oh, what is it? You wanna do this boss? Right, I will.
You're toast! Booba, get them! Let's do Life goes on. Nice and spicy!
Yeah, I think next time I'll get
Wheel of life. Nice and spicy!
um with the official. I don't wanna do anything, but let's see your talents. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, this is max, and that's all that matters really. But I could max everything else out though. Um. But yeah, those characters need that. Where are they? Oh yeah, these two characters obviously need this. The GeoCube boss. And frickin' having Razor frickin' max out on his talents, or as much as he can, will help. I need to take a sip of water again. I don't know.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
It's like I understand why she has heat so high, but goddamn, I'm freaking melting. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I don't know how much that is. Is that only 2? Yeah, it sucks so hard that I can't zoom in. Like, so freaking hard. Oh, did I do that? I don't even remember. If I did. Yeah, I'll do that and I'm gonna finish it though. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't done this. But whatever. Oh, shoot. I was sitting cross-legged. That wasn't very smart. No, what time is it? Oh, 51 minutes. So, actually, I think I kinda need to slow down
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to
on
justice must feel
the,
pretty exhilarating.
like,
But I can
completing the
assure you this is
weeklies and
certainly not the
that.
best
I
solution.
think I'm going too
I'm aware.
fast.
However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Mortada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Mortada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests. This makes me angry.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
Yeah.
Tighnari! Oh, so Tighnari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here to see Sino?
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some
Oh
medicinal
yeah,
herbs to treat a
take
girl named
some
Celia.
water, I forgot.
I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Sino, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG? Kale has always been a little wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She still made many mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her. After some time, I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving Avidia Forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there
There
are
we
many people
go.
who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on
Oh,
increasing
do you
knowledge and
think I
awareness
have
on the
enough
topic.
time to
Please be
go
sure to
to
keep
the
an eye on her.
washroom?
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidia Forest. Take care.
Yeah, that's what I forgot before I
I've
streamed
already caught those who were
to go
preparing to
to the
attack you in
washroom.
secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
Why I didn't go to the washroom when I woke up,
It's still not time
but
for me to rest
then
yet.
freaking I
Those who die
started
have fulfilled
drinking
their
a lot
wishes.
of water.
But those who are alive must continue pressing forward. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. His words were not empty. People do change. And no belief can completely resist the erosion of time. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little further. That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage from my example, just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner. I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know. There are many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Tosh, but I didn't share details with anyone. I'd prefer to avoid revealing the location of the Court of Desolation. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I finally completed the quest. Oh my god. Oops. Oh. This is probably part 2 of the freaking thing, right? Oh, that was Xeno's story I finished. Okay, cool. Damn. One second. Yeah, I'll beat that boss. Then I'll do the daily. Oops.
Life goes on. I'll protect us. Boba, get them!
Damn.
That really hurt.
Ow. Oh.
Nice and spicy.
Oh no, I'm out of... thank God that ended. When it did.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Nice and spicy.
Go.
Let's dance.
Don't really know what that was about. I freaking killed that boss quite a few times. And why did all of a sudden I get thing?
On storm. The people of Inazuma chant Kuwabara. Believing that this will protect themselves from being struck by
Okay,
lightning.
don't have any more resin. I know I have like so much freaking resin moons or whatever they're called. But I'll wait until the freaking game recharges. It naturally. That should be what, at probably 5 I'll have it. So that was fun. It was chasing me. Oh well.
Life goes on. Sacred name. Fortune preserver. That really hurt! Boba, get them!
Like now I probably... Oh. Get down. Oops. Oh well. It's like I can't use it. Oh, I should have saved it for that. Oopsies. For the frickin' bounty. Oh well.
Rise. Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Boba, get them! Nice and spicy.
Yeah, I need a lot of frickin' things. Like for Venti. Yeah, I need, what is it? Oh, the GeoCube boss. I mean, not the GeoCube, the, what is it called? Amo? Animo? Oh, okay. Oh, what are these? Oh, Sicilia. was in Laui. Oops. I go down.
Race you! Race you!
Yeah, doesn't this guy seldom? Oh no. She sounds a different one. That sucks. Okay, I won't buy those anymore. I thought those were the ones I had to buy. Oopsies. Yeah, it's like there's a flower girl over here. Oh, she's out there. Oh, I probably need to freaking wait. Freaking 12 right on the nose. Yeah, she's there. Okay, I gotta buy that from her. Okay. So now, I guess. Oh no, I still don't have enough. But at least I know where to get that
There's
now.
nothing better to do. We could go foraging for ingredients.
Oops. Oh, this is the... Oops. Oh well. Whatever, I'll do this one. Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Get them! Wheel of life. Eat this!
Yeah, that's a perfect use for this, I think.
Fire! Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Yeah, probably actually will. Oops. Doesn't freaking touch bad.
Life goes on.
I don't know why I did that. Uh, I need to get that up. There we go. Shoot. I'm going all the way over there. Yeah. I think maybe I'll have to do that. Like try to find all of this stuff.
Get them! Well, he really wasn't kidding. This place
They
definitely
hit
isn't safe.
me into
No matter.
that.
We'll just finish them quickly. Huh? Are you going to fight too, Nahida? Of course. This is all part of our little trip.
Yeah, I kind of wanted her, but whatever. Okay, it was day, now it's night.
The scenery here is amazing! It also seems like a great spot for eating snacks and taking a nap. Paimon wouldn't mind spending some time here every day either. I've yet to see anything strange about this place. I do not plan to deny the power of longing. Such an intense but unquantifiable emotion could indeed have the power
Oh
to
shoot,
organize
should I go
tremors.
to the washroom?
His wife must
Probably.
be a really
Let's
amazing
need it.
person. Huh? Wait, where'd he go?
Oh, so you are waiting for me here? Well, guess what? I've brought someone amazing with me today. When the Dendro Archon said she wanted to come with me, I could hardly believe it. I'll bring Haidar once I'm more familiar with the way here. She's been telling me that she really misses you.
Huh? What's wrong with him? There's nobody there.
Wait, Minar. Don't go that way. It's dangerous.
Uh-oh, he's gonna fall. Catch him! Whew. Luckily he didn't fall. But what was all that rambling about? He also looks like he's passed out. He's in the dream now. What he said just now matches almost perfectly with the dreams he's described to us earlier. Oh, so he fell asleep and started to have the same dream? I find it a little strange as well, but we mustn't awaken someone while they're sleepwalking. All we can do is sit here and wait.
Huh? Minar. Where's Minar?
Oh, good! You're finally awake!
What happened? Huh? Sleepwalking? Oh, right. It was all just a dream. The moment I reached the summit, I saw my wife, Minar, sitting there, and walked over to her. After I introduced her to you, she seemed a little flustered and started walking away. I told her to stop because of the cliff, and then she seemed to suddenly disappear. A strong wind started to blow around me and the sky grew dark. When I realized something wasn't right, I woke up.
That sounds pretty wild. Maybe you were just too tired.
I don't think so. I slept a lot yesterday, and I don't feel very sleepy now.
Maybe we've affected the way his subconscious constructs dreams by following him here. Anyway, all that matters is that you woke up safe and sound.
I think I know what happened now. I'm sorry. If it weren't for you, I would have fallen.
Let's head back now. Don't come back to this place again for the time being.
Oh, okay.
Nahida, what's on your mind? Paimon's a little worried now. We still don't have enough evidence to work off of, so it's hard to draw any reliable conclusions yet. But I'm concerned that Ilmon's case may not be unique to him. Oh, right! Come to think of it, there were lots of people from the event who had vivid memories of their dreams. Right. And not only at a moment of dreams, there may be people like this all across Sumeru. We need to understand what's happening and the rate of its development as soon as possible. Then there's no time to lose. Let's head back. Stop standing there, Ilmon. Let's go.
Okay, there we go. What's it? Oh, the bounties.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one. Rice.
Um. Oh no, I have max. Okay. Need to do this then. Oh, there it is. Oh shoot, this is closest. What?
Nice and spicy.
I love that. Um, I think, yeah.
Boba, get them! That really hurt! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
God, can you? Oh, not yet.
Boba, get them! Wheel of life. No ingredients for me. Race you! Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Nice and spicy! Go.
So, I wonder.
If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
What time is it? Oh, 1:25. Should I do the last, Oops. Should we do the last, freaking thing? Yeah, not right now, actually. Because, yeah, I still have things to do. And honestly, I'm a little confused. Because it says to complete a mission. Haven't I completed it
We
yet?
have an emergency on our hands. Please notify everyone here that while they can continue to discuss their dreams, they mustn't try to visit or recreate the locations and scenes that they have been experiencing in them.
What? All right, if that's the wish of the great Dendro Archon. But could you at least tell me what happened? You all look so serious. I see. I never knew even a dream could be so dangerous. Don't worry. I'll be sure to notify all the event participants and inform the other staff members about what has happened. Using the event registration list, I should be able to contact more people that were interested in dreams and warn them about the situation.
My controller
Thank you. That
there,
would be very helpful.
so I'm not always kicking it.
Let me confirm if all of today's participants are still here. Atta has already left. It seemed that he was on his way to make a hammer, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, and I use my PS4 controller
Where's Katya?
if I'm going
Has
to
anyone seen
do
Katya?
Division
already
2. If I'm gonna
I
play
think she
that
already
game.
left. She said there was somewhere she wanted to go.
Oh no. Did she want to look for the place from her dreams too?
Can you tell us where she went?
Yes, she did briefly mention it. Somewhere near Chatrakam Cave.
I don't know why I
Alright,
didn't
thank you.
think of that.
We'll go look for her. Please help us tell the others
But I'll
not to do
talk
anything
after
reckless.
this.
Sure thing. Who would have known things would have turned out like this?
Oh shoot. Where do we have to go now? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't figure that out earlier. That, if I frickin' play games off stream,
Decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt
it
and pepper or
doesn't
garlic and herbs.
feel like, frickin' this is such a job or a chore to play. Like games on stream, eventually, yeah, it does feel like a job or a chore. So playing games off stream or offline, whatever you want to say, like kind of weirdly like refreshes you. It doesn't make that much sense, but it does, honestly.
Look, she's sitting over there. It's surrounded by
Because you're
monsters.
playing
Come on,
games
let's
more
rescue her.
for fun than as a job sort of thing.
Yeah, commit it to memory. Yeah.
That really hurt. You're toast.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
I see everything.
She seems to be in the same condition as Ilman earlier.
Yes, but luckily she
Freaking
hasn't
how
been
did I
injured or
not
awake
burn
yet.
her?
Let's carefully move her somewhere safer.
Oh yeah, there's also that. Plague Tale Innocence. Yeah, I want to play
Why am
the
I back here again?
Division before.
Dreaming?
Because
What
I
about
want to
Professor
take a
Aisha?
break from Plague Tale.
Oh,
It's
I
not the
see.
best game in the
It was
world.
all just a dream. Well, that makes sense. After all, it hasn't changed a single bit.
Huh? What's it?
Nearly 20 years, and it still hasn't bloomed.
Does it have something to do with
Yeah,
your
I'll
dream?
probably do that
Please, tell
too.
us what you mean.
And play other games
Sorry, I'm
offline.
still feeling a little groggy. Please give me a moment here. Alright, where to start?
I'll
Right,
try
this
them, like
plant.
do a
So,
one-off
Professor
stream.
Aisha gave me this plant just before she left. She was a good friend of my parents, and my first real tutor. She was also an outstanding Amorta researcher. In addition to her extraordinary academic talents, she was also skilled in combat, and would accept lots of work from the
What
Adventurers
was
Guild.
that? A PlayStation
So you
thing?
mean she's left on an adventure?
Yes. When I was about 10 years old, she told me that she must go look for the secrets of the Abyss, and that she would be gone
What,
for a long
she's
time.
God of War
I grabbed hold of
Ragnarok?
her and wouldn't let go. I didn't know what the Abyss was. I just knew that she was like
What
family
the
to
hell
me.
does that
She
mean?
hugged me, and we cried for some time until I fell asleep. When I woke up, I was already back
Whatever,
home.
I deleted
She
it.
still decided to leave, but had left behind a letter for me saying that I was the person she cared for most in this world. She claimed that investigating the Abyss could help more ordinary people protect the people and things they care about. She had obtained some important evidence during her past adventures. If she didn't set off right away, she might miss the perfect opportunity.
Guess Ad Astra Abyssosque isn't just a slogan.
She left a seed in the letter, telling me that if it sprouted
Oh
and grew,
yeah, I
then
tried
she'd
that
come
game.
back no
That
matter
game
what
was
sort of risky
ass.
situation she was in. She said she looked forward to seeing me all grown up. But strangely, I've tried watering it, feeding it, everything I could think of. But I've never been able to get it to bloom. I even went to ask the Amorta researchers, and they couldn't explain it either.
May I have a look at the plant?
Of course. I was hoping the great Dendro Archon could help me solve this problem.
Let me see. Huh? We've never seen that look on Nahida's face before.
Uh,
She looks a little unwell. Hold on, we'll be right back. What's wrong, Nahida? You can't tell what's wrong with the plant either? No, I immediately understood what's happening with that plant. I'm just not sure if I should say it. This plant is not known to the academic world. It's a new species that our teacher managed to cultivate by some special means. Judging by its features, I can tell from the moment it sprouted it'll never be able to bloom. It can't be. It means that this Professor Aisha she keeps mentioning might have foreseen the danger and was prepared to never return. From my experience observing people, she would undoubtedly regard this as a brutal revelation. When forced to confront such brutal truths, people may break down into tears, talk nonsense, or lose their tempers. I know she has to face the truth, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt her. Tell me, what should I do? Yeah, that's a tricky one. Seems like you've already got a good idea of the feelings she might experience. But wouldn't that mean I'm just pushing it all on you? What if she just gets angry at you instead? It's alright. There are all kinds of people, and the examples you observed are just the most extreme cases. Okay. Thank you. Let's go back and tell her.
Huh? It'll never bloom? But how's that possible? If a plant is unable to bloom, doesn't that mean it can't reproduce either?
Okay,
All
that's
it's left for it to do is slowly
right.
wither away.
Okay.
Are you saying she never intended to return? Seriously? So everything she said was a lie?
But she meant well. Since the separation was inevitable, she hoped that you would be able to come to grips with such a cruel parting a little later in life.
Oh shoot. Freaking ear. Keeps itching.
Yeah. Her love, care, and attention to you, all those warm moments were real. I guess she had hoped that you could understand and respect her choice after learning the truth.
I see. Sorry, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it's just so much to take in. The dreams are so beautiful. Yet reality is heartlessly cold. I really thought she had come back. I had so much to tell her.
These dreams may not be as pure and beautiful as they seem. Some kind of power may be exploiting your feelings.
Really?
Yes. So with that in mind, until our investigation is completed, please return to the event and ignore any further temptations from your dreams.
I see. Thank you for rescuing me, and sorry for the trouble. Luckily, the plant didn't get hurt either. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything left to remember her by.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. She seems to have finally accepted the truth, but I think she'll still need a long
I
time
can't
to come to
figure
terms
out
with her
any
feelings.
of these.
I saw her waver the moment you mentioned love. It was almost like a gentle rain, arriving just in time to put out a fire that was about to spread. It's because people have something called empathy. Empathy? I see. This is valuable knowledge indeed. By the way, you said there may be something that's trying to exploit their feelings. Any idea what that might be? Yes. What's common between Ilmon and Katya's cases is that they've both lost someone dear to them. And now, they get to meet the people they cherish in their dreams again. And the people feel more real than anything a regular dream could hope to create.
So,
Instead of interpreting it as a result of their longing,
I'll go
I have to
PS.
consider a more antagonistic explanation. Someone is taking advantage of their longing. Yeah, they're just causing these people to dream. What are they after? This is exactly what we need to investigate. Anyway, let's pay another visit to a moment of dreams. I have a bad feeling about all this. I hope things haven't gotten any worse.
Okay. Okay, freaking Christ. It didn't tell me. Okay, never mind. I'll go back to Twitch. Because I was trying to search that. And it just gives, their, like, the site's top picks. Because I did, PlayStation Stars Must Play.
Is there time for a quick snack?
And yeah, just gave their top picks. I don't think it meant the campaign.
Race you!
But then, oh, I hope yeah, that still works. Like if I, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to delete, Division 2. Then probably install, Marvel's Avengers. Then obviously, freaking do that. Like, and then claim stuff. Then delete Marvel's Avengers. Then frickin' reinstall frickin' Division 2. It's going to be annoying. Because, yeah, I don't have enough memory to have both of those games on my PS5. Yeah, I'll wait for Prime Day and get a 2 terabyte SSD. I have to. This is torture. But I need it. Oh, wait, I don't have any water left. What time is it though? I think I could go 15 minutes without, drinking water. And it's like my ears are kind of itchy, but I can't, just ignore that, I guess.
Ad Astra Abbott. Thank you for completing.
Oops. Oh yeah, I can't freaking do that. Oh, I only have 20? I thought I had way more. Oh no, I do have way more, but I only used 20 to completely fill the my resin. Okay. I have like 121. It's like, damn. Well, because I don't really use my resin that much. Like, I'll use it more now since I have a PS5 and it loads way faster. But I stopped being lazy and I actually do that. Like, clean my PS5. Just, like, just doing normal things. Like, take the faceplate off and freaking clean the dust out of it. Not extensively, just like brush it off. What's that? Oh yeah, I was going to do a story. I forgot. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot, but I did completely forget. Oh, this again.
We're back. How's everything here?
Like, why am I always
I
here?
am so sorry, Great Dendro Archon.
Uh,
We're still trying to figure out how to explain the whole thing to everyone. Because of your warning, we've brought
like
dreamers
in
here
this
even if they were completely
one
unaware of the
little
danger.
location.
But some of them have
Whatever, I
already
guess.
fallen asleep, and they haven't woken up for a long time. I fear there's nothing we can do about it. A moment of dreams is just a small interest group. We don't have enough staff members to handle this.
Just as I expected. It seems my guess was correct.
It's the Dendro Archon. She's back.
What happened? Why have we been gathered here?
Many of you here
Yeah,
have been
what
experiencing
happened
some
to
beautiful
all
dreams.
my hard,
But I'm
I
sorry to
mean my
tell you that based on
SSD,
our
because I
investigation,
should
there's
have
some kind of conspiracy behind them.
600 gigs
Before we
in
learn the truth,
space.
please don't try to recreate the
I
scenes in your
guess I've
dreams.
deleted a
Whatever
lot
you
of
see,
stuff.
don't be tempted by them.
Huh? But...
I don't think it's a big deal. Aren't we just dreaming? It's not like dreams will have an effect on others.
We've already met 2 people who ran off to the countryside alone and got caught in dangerous situations by falling to the temptations in their dreams.
That's right! These aren't just dreams! It's serious!
Alright, I get it.
I think I always have
So does
that
that mean
problem
once
to
we
an
have some
extent.
conclusive results from the investigation, we can continue to enjoy these dreams?
Yeah, I still want to visit my sister in my dreams. I'm sorry if what I'm about to say sounds a little offensive, Great Dendro Archon, but we had a discussion with the folks who just arrived here. In all of our dreams, we were able to reunite with people who were very close to us. They all seemed as if they were alive again, which makes us reluctant to wake up.
Yes, that's also what we've observed in our investigation.
So if the results of this investigation would mean an end to those dreams, that'd be quite cruel to us. All of us understand the danger, but perhaps you can't quite understand just how much those people mean to us. I don't think everyone will be on board with the plan to abandon these dreams for good. Before the conclusion of the investigation, They'll at least want to meet the people in their dreams one last time and say goodbye.
We've never had such a difficult situation before. It appears that not many people are willing to cooperate.
So they still want to return to their dreams despite knowing the danger?
That's right. Compared with these sweet and beautiful dreams, our warnings of danger are dull and emotionless. It looks like the situation will inevitably spiral out of control. The more time we waste, the more people will ignore our warnings and return to their alluring dreams.
So, what should we do?
Seems we have to go into a dream and find out the truth for ourselves. Pedrush, is there anyone here who's experiencing a marvelous dream right now?
Let me think. Yes, this way.
Good. Please take us there.
This lady refused to heed our warnings and fell asleep here a little earlier.
Or should I?
All this commotion's making me wish I could experience this kind of dream too.
No way!
And do another one, or
Alright.
that should be it.
All this commotion's making...
No way!
Oh, I didn't mean to talk to this guy again.
Sorry, I might have spoken a little out of turn just now. I just think that the gods really don't understand us sometimes.
So, yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Actually, I can really sympathize with everyone's feelings on this.
Oh, I thought I did talk to everybody.
It seems she hasn't sunk too deep into her dream yet.
Do we also need to fall asleep if we want to go into her dream?
Don't worry about that. I'm Lesser Lord Kusanali after all. Now, don't be nervous. Just close your eyes. Imagine yourselves as waves gradually rolling onto the beach. You slowly wash over the shore and sink into the sand.
What's wrong, Traveler? You look a little disoriented. Oh, okay. Just remember that Paimon is always here for you. Anyway, seems like we've made it into the dream.
Oh, shoot.
I thought we would arrive
I
at
guess
some
after the dream I'll stop.
we seem to have landed in a completely unfamiliar
Because this is probably a domain.
So many giant plants, even in the sky. Amazing.
Theoretically, we should have gone straight into Debbie's dream. Things do seem to have gone a bit sideways here. Anyway, let's see if we can find any leads.
Yeah, that's a domain.
Let's leave her alone. Boba, get them!
Rise. Orders given. Orders received.
Commit to memory.
Boom boom! Time for your arraignment!
Jesus.
Life goes on.
Oh, it's L1. Oops, I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing L2 for some weird reason. So what time is it? Oh, 1:56. So I think it will be...
Wonder where it could lead. Well, it's not like we have any other way to go now. Let's go in and have a look.
A little bit over, but oh well. Yeah, I wonder how long that would be on the freaking PS4.
She's right over there. Looks like we've come to the right place.
These alluring dreams often portray a
Because
scene from
that's
real life,
obviously a
which
loading
concurs with our
screen.
previous findings.
Really? But what about that space we were in just now? You can't mean this is another collective dream?
Yes. Given that so many people have been experiencing these beautiful dreams, I would say it's very likely that they're interconnected. Compared to an interconnected dream, independent individual dreams would be much harder to manage and manipulate.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Well, let's go talk with Debbie. Oh, but there are some other people next to her. Are they dreaming too?
If this space is exclusive to Debbie's dream, then the others beside her are most likely the people she cherishes. Anyway, we should confirm that first, just to be sure.
Huh. How do we do that?
Yeah,
just leave it to me.
Okay.
The coffee here still tastes the same as ever.
I guess whatever I got. I didn't, I wasn't able to do that. It's like,
I suppose so,
I
but
guess
no matter how
whatever.
good things may be elsewhere, nothing beats the taste of home.
That's right. It's hard to change your tastes. Anyway, here's to your return home. Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, now we have to do that.
Everyone hold hands.
Yeah, I don't really understand this.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Oh, she floats? She does that? Yeah, I don't understand what I do. Look for clues in the cafe. What kind of clues?
The coffee here's... You two have traveled all...
I suppose so.
That's right. It's hard anyway.
Yes, just look for clues. And it's like, what kind of
The coffee here's...
clues?
You two have traveled...
I suppose so, but...
That's right. It's hard anyway. Here...
Commit it to memory. I see everything. Hey.
Yeah, I think I have, I don't know,
I see everything.
actually.
Everyone hold hands.
Yeah, use her elemental skill to obtain more information. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, use her Oh.
Huh. How could they be? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
I didn't understand. Whatever.
I've confirmed that this dream belongs only to Debbie, because I'm unable to hear the thoughts of the other two people with her.
So, this is the power of the Dendro Archon? I better watch her thoughts from now on.
Don't worry. I don't often use my powers like this. It's rather impolite. Alright. I need to get myself ready. It won't be easy to break it to her, but there's no avoiding it now.
The Great Dendro Archon! What brings you here?
I'm sorry to interrupt your celebration, but have you noticed that what's happening here doesn't quite match up with your memories?
I don't quite understand. Great Dendro Archon. What do you mean?
I get it. The Dendro Archon is trying to say that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we're able to gather here.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee for all of you? My treat. We just returned from a fruitful adventure.
Memories. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Think carefully. You of all people should know what really happened to them. Are you sure that meeting here and chatting the day away like this isn't just a product of your own wishful thinking?
Yes. The reports from the Steambird were true. The ship they were on struck a reef and sank. And I never heard from Basima and Gaspar again.
Hey, come on now. What are you talking about, Debbie?
Yeah, trust your memories. Nothing you see here is real.
I get it now. This is a dream, isn't it? But since it's my dream, it doesn't matter if this is real or not. I enjoy the way things are here. I no longer have to face the tragedies of real life. These friends mean the world to me. Nobody else can understand me like they do. There's nothing wrong with continuing this dream. Is there?
I'm worried that if you were to continue dreaming like this, the lines between dreams and reality will gradually become too blurred for you. These dreams will always give you what you want, while reality remains full of pain and difficult situations. If you're not careful, you can get hurt.
Don't worry. I still have control. I won't let it go that far.
Are you sure?
Hey, how about we put all this troublesome stuff aside and get back to our coffee and snacks, hmm? Whether it's just a dream or real life, you should be happy.
You can't just brush off something like this. We don't even know how you people got here or where you even came from. Sorry. Paimon didn't mean to upset anyone.
No, it's alright. I understand that you're just trying to look out for me.
It seems that for now, this place is still relatively harmless for you. But I wonder if there's any way to go deeper into the dream.
Huh.
It's like I don't get that.
I once heard a strange voice tell me that there's an entrance here. I'm not interested in checking it out at the moment, but maybe I'll go in and have a look later.
It's
Okay.
like,
Thanks for your
how
help.
can a dream
Just as I
hurt you?
expected. We're only on the surface of this dream. Let's go.
I don't know, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Huh? What are we doing here again? Wait a second. We were just up there. No, down there? Did we go up or down?
Don't panic. This is how dreams work. We've left Debbie's dream, but the dream is still continuing onward. I'm not sure where it'll lead us. This dream has the ability to create imaginary people, which is why people are so unwilling to wake up.
If it weren't for what we just saw, Paimon might still find that a bit hard to believe.
I have a guess. If these dreams are connected, then there should be some sort of order to them. The fact that Debbie was able to realize that she was dreaming means that she is not very deep in the dream yet. But the space we're in has been turned upside down. Do you remember the characteristics of dreams that I mentioned earlier?
Oh, right! Dreams are chaotic.
That's right. It's possible that we're heading deeper into this dream now, and the deeper we go, the closer we'll get to the essence of the dream.
Right! So the answers might be waiting for us deeper in the dream.
Yes, and we should get ready for whatever we may encounter.
Yeah, that just kind of makes no sense to me. But whatever.
It looks like we may need to put something inside there. Hey! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Oh.
Wheel of life.
Nice plan! I see everything! Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan!
Go.
Whoa! When it rains, it seems to disappear slowly.
Yes, and it appears again as soon as the rain stops. It's less like a flower, and more like a dendro slime that's trying to keep out of sight.
Here we go again with Nahita's analogy.
Oops.
Huh? Are we back up here again? Wait. Paimon's confused. Are we up here or down there? Good thing we didn't fall.
Yes, we did. We just fell upwards.
That's not helping, Nahita. Paimon has no clue what's going on anymore.
I'm confused.
Wait, weren't we already here a little earlier?
This is probably Ilmon's dream.
Huh? Why would he start dreaming again?
Yes, but it seems that the danger isn't enough to stop him from longing for his wife.
Based on what we've learned so far, he must be sleeping more deeply for his dreams to appear here.
But fortunately, he already knows us from before, so hopefully we'll be able to wake him up.
Rise.
Yeah, I tried to freaking go slow so she could heal, I guess. Whatever.
Ilmon!
Oh, it's you. Incredible. I didn't know you would appear in my dream too.
Did you say dream? Wait, so you know this is a dream?
Of course. Such good things rarely happen to me in real life these days. Here, let me introduce everyone. This is Minar, my wife who I mentioned before. And this is our daughter, Hydar.
Hello. It's a great honor to meet the Dendro Archon.
Whoa, Dad! You know the Dendro Archon? That's amazing! And what's this? Is it a new toy?
No, it's Paimon, not a toy! Anyway, now's not the time for that! Nahita, this doesn't seem to add up with what we were expecting.
You're right. Let me think for a bit here.
Oh, right! We didn't see him in a moment of dreams earlier. Paimon thought
Yeah,
he'd gone home.
that's...
Sorry. I just had to make sure that Hydar could get a chance to see her mother. I had gotten pretty familiar with the
I
hike,
barely
so I
do
brought
that
Hydar with
again.
me. I'm just glad we didn't meet any monsters.
PlayStation Stars
Yes,
must
I'm
play.
glad too. I didn't expect her to grow up so fast. It must have been very hard for him. I regret not being able to fulfill my role as a wife and a mother.
No, don't talk like that. Let's leave all that unhappy stuff behind for now. Even if we're in a dream, it's still a blessing that we've been able to reunite in this way.
What should we do now? Should we tell him the truth?
You can let me break the news. I should be the one to do it. I'm sorry, but I should tell you that your dream did not create us. We are real people with our own consciousness. Like the last time we met, we are still investigating this dream, and we've already learned some things about it.
So you mean there's something nefarious with this dream as well?
What's going on?
It seems the reunion of our family is destined to only be temporary.
Huh? Is Mom leaving?
Maybe. But in all likelihood, that is indeed how things will end.
Oh,
Oh,
Mom, you can't leave!
I'm afraid I don't quite understand what's going on. Don't worry, Haidar. Mom's not going anywhere. Please, don't cry.
Minar doesn't understand any of this. I'm fully aware that this is a dream, so that's why I've never told her the truth, but... never mind. It's not like I would know what to say. I mean, I don't get any of the complicated stuff. But regardless of whether this dream is good or bad, you're here to resolve it, right?
Yes.
Then please, let us enjoy this moment for just a while longer. Regardless of whatever caused this dream to come to pass, I feel extremely grateful to have had the chance to reunite
I
with my
kinda
family.
don't want to
Does this
freaking
dream
watch this video, but
really have to
goddamn, I know I'm going
afraid
to.
so. Sorry.
Okay, I see. Please, come this way. You can go even deeper into the dream by heading in this direction. I have heard that the further down you go, the more pleasant the dreams become. And the more you want to stay. The answer you're looking for may also be found there. Go ahead.
Thank you for helping us. And I'm truly sorry.
You're welcome. It's not like I have any say in the matter. I'm just an ordinary person after all. Who am I to interfere with the work of a god? I'll be right behind you. I should at least let Minar and Haidar know what's going on here. Otherwise, my daughter might be mad at her mother after we wake up.
We're not doing something bad, are we, Nahida?
That depends on how you define good and bad.
It's the same place again. This place is almost like a flight of stairs that connects all the dreams together.
But they appear to be getting more and more aggressive. Regular stairs wouldn't try to attack us.
Right. Something seems to be off about our theory. Ilmon is clearly aware that he's dreaming, and he's enjoying it. Rather than dreaming on a deeper level, he almost seemed more awake.
I believe we're on the right track, but we just need another explanation. It's not that the dreams are getting deeper, it's the owner's attachment to the dreams that's getting
There
stronger.
you go.
But you would never mistake dreams for real life, right?
I hate that. That they do that. Freaking I watch his videos and I'm disappointed every time.
It's not long before Paimon's thinking about other things, like sticky honey roast.
Listen, we're real beings living in the real world, and that's where our focus should be.
God damn, the meaning of clickbait videos.
No matter what they may become, we don't really care. But if we decide to abandon reality and embrace our dreams, then our dreams will become far more substantial.
Oh, wait! Paimon's starting to get it now?
Your mind will begin to build the dream far more attentively, which in turn will make it feel more real. Do you remember how the Akasha can turn dreams into jnana energy? Constructing a realistic dream consumes a similar energy.
Okay, so it's all campaigns and solutions. Okay, it actually is. That okay, cool.
If we wake that person up, this collective dream will end, right?
Most likely. But the collective dream in Sumeru City was created by the Akasha, and now the Akasha has been turned off. This has nothing to do with the Aranara, and humans are not capable of creating a collective dream. Which means... Huh? So, did someone manage to
Oh
restart
no,
the
this is
Akasha?
for last month, not
That's
this month.
impossible. But they are probably a scholar of the academia who had a close connection with the Akasha. Even
Oh,
so,
it is for
how did they manage to do
February.
it? And how did they choose the host? Yeah, we haven't gotten to the end yet. Once we know their motive, all the questions will resolve themselves.
Yeah, they are doing for last month. They say for this month, but it's last month. Like, that's weird. Why would they say that? If it's for last month. I don't know, I'm confused.
Yeah, this way turn a little. Nice and spicy. Eat this! Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
Go. Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, I did that freaking chest, so. Yeah, it's like I had every intention of doing this only for, doing this only for 2 hours, but I guess it won't let me.
All the water that used to be
Because this is so much longer than I thought it would be.
Before the water level rises.
Because I'm still in the domain. Oh. Oh my. How the hell? Yeah, how the hell do I get back up? My shoulder. Or whatever. Oh, shoot. This is... so weird. How do I get back up? Because every time I try and go on something, it freaking does that. Oh. It's not every time. Why does she jump forward? It's freaking annoying. Oh. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? This fucking game. Like I'm freaking I fell through the fucking crack. What the fuck? That was just pure stupid. Oh my. Like, freaking. They didn't game test this part at all. Freaking things don't have freaking proper hitboxes. It's like, god damn. Because, like, you can't climb. This is just weird. Freaking, this is weird. Where it freaking glitches out like that. Or freaks out like that. It's just, yeah, all really weird. I don't know if they freaking tested this part.
Wow, a new place! Well, it's just new to Paimon in this dream.
This should be the final destination.
Huh? Really?
Well, at least, when it fell through the crack, I didn't have an exit the domain. That would be even more freaking stupid.
I guess only those who have thoroughly accepted this dream will be able to come here.
There are so many people here. How can we find the host?
I guess this throws a wrench in my plans.
I have a way.
I'll probably actually play a Plague Tale then, because this is gonna take way longer than I thought. But who knows what I do.
What should I buy? Hey, tell me what you think, Shadia.
Ooh, how about this? I think it would really suit you.
Let me have a look. Oh, it looks great!
That's a bit noisy today, isn't it?
It's like, why they're
so
so far
I don't
apart.
feel anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, maybe you're right. It's always been quite peaceful here.
Everyone hold hands.
Okay, I gotta use her ability again.
I see everything.
Lisa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him.
Lisa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him.
Shadia has such good taste. I can never go wrong with her opinion.
No, it doesn't seem to be her.
Wow, what a beautiful place! Look, Mom! The scenery is so pretty here!
Be careful. Don't fall now.
Oh, hey. Seems we somehow managed to get here before you.
Huh? How did you beat us here? Didn't you have to go through that super crazy confusing place?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. All we did was walk through that passageway, and here we are.
You're in a dream. The concept of fixed spaces doesn't always apply here. I see everything.
Who doesn't want a dream to last forever?
He's just entered the dream recently. It's definitely not him. However...
Wow.
Oh.
Be careful. Don't fall now.
Oh, hey. Seems we saw...
Huh?
I'm...
You're in the dream.
Oh, if I talk to any of them, okay.
Oh, hey.
I didn't understand that.
Seems we...
You're in the dream.
Yeah, and I didn't know, I could read other people's minds.
You know, I've heard that plants grow better if you play music for them. And on that note, it's been a while since I last heard you play.
Sorry, I've been a little busy these last couple days. Oh, the Dendro Archon. What a pleasant surprise.
Hmm? Oh, welcome, Great Dendro Archon. And your companions, too. Welcome. I'm Amira. I run the flower shop here. And this is my husband, Moses.
Yes, how may we help you?
Yeah, this is like been 30 minutes around.
I should call you the dream's owner.
As expected of the Dendro Archon. I'm sorry, Amira. It seems my research has attracted the Dendro Archon's attention. Why don't you go back to the flower shop? I'll come help you a little later.
Okay, of course, dear. I'll see you later.
It appears that I was too naive to think I could deceive the Dendro Archon in person like this. To avoid looking like too much of a fool, allow me to ask the first question. How well would you say you understand this dream?
This dream was built by the Akasha, and it has the power to create imaginary people who no longer exist in the real world. As for you, you found a unique way to become the owner of this dream, going so far as to have even given up the ability to wake up again.
Given up the ability to wake up?
Impressive. You truly are the embodiment of wisdom.
So, he's the evil guy we're looking for?
Such a conclusion. In return, I'll answer the
or
question
who
you're
were
most
we
curious
looking
about.
for?
It's simple. Apart from you, this space only consists of real people who are dreaming and imaginary people who are created here. Although you are here and appear no different from the others, I can't sense your dream. How can I wake up a person who's already awake?
Fascinating.
Since you're the fully awake owner of this dream, it can never collapse from you waking up. Theoretically, this should also give you absolute control over this place. I have to admit, it really doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I'll
But
just
even knowing all of
do that.
one question remains. How did you do it?
Isn't the answer right in front of you, great Dendro Archon?
What I
It's because I've
this.
dedicated my entire reality to this dream. I uploaded my entire consciousness into the Akasha when it was still running. Actually, this all started because of an accident. My original goal was not about the Akasha or a collective dream.
No. You were motivated above all to create a hyper-realistic person. The desire to reconnect with a real loved one is the one shared sentiment between all our dreamers.
That's right. However, human models are too complicated. Only the Akasha has a jnana energy supply powerful enough for me to generate and sustain my models. The Akasha is truly magnificent. If I siphoned a minuscule amount of its energy, nobody would even notice. And even this minuscule amount of energy was already more than enough for my purposes. Even using just crude methods, I was still able to train a fairly realistic person. I named my first work Amira.
Huh? You mean the girl we just saw?
She and I entered the academia on the same day. Starting with admission procedures, we bumped into each other 6 times on just that first day. And because of that one day, we eventually went on to fall in love. We studied, conducted research, and made breakthroughs together. Our rhythm was always in step. I felt like we were 2 separate bodies that shared the same heart. However, Elazar later took her from me.
Yeah,
Yes, I need more training
I didn't
cycles to
know
perfect
this would
Amira's
be bad.
I found their
Stupid.
details in the Akasha's database.
Well,
Using
this
the
stupid
pretext of
I
testing
should
for
say.
mental health disorders, I implanted signaling devices in their bodies. This way I could connect them to a network, and Amira could feel their yearning. Little by little, they helped her to grow and develop a warm, human personality. To improve my efficiency and allow myself to focus on nothing but my research, I uploaded my consciousness as well, and became a part of the network.
So, technically speaking, it's not that you won't wake up, it's that you can't wake up.
Yes, because the Akasha was suddenly turned off, I lost all of my jnana energy. I became imprisoned in the very network I had constructed. At first, I panicked. But, after coming to grips with the situation, I realized that I could restart this world as long as I could find a replacement source of jnana energy.
That means everyone in the network is providing you with jnana energy!
That's all there really is to it. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just saving them as well as myself. I provide a beautiful dream, and in return, I harvest their jnana energy as fuel for the dream. They can wake up anytime they wish. People need to sleep anyway, so why not have some beautiful dreams while they rest?
I agree. This is the home we spent a great deal of effort on to build for ourselves.
Yeah, she's right. We're staying here of our own free will.
I don't understand this at all, but I just want to spend some more time with my family. I don't want them to be sad.
Thank you, dear. Great Dendro Archon, I hope you can understand.
You don't need to gather around here. It's all right. The Great Dendro Archon is nothing if not kind and considerate towards her people. She won't interfere with what we're doing here.
Uh-oh, now he's playing dirty.
It seems like I won't need you to answer my last question. You're willing to tell me all your secrets because you have nothing to fear. If you use real people
Seeing
as your
that,
weapon
and
and
it's
turn
like
them
I
against
don't
their
know.
Archon, then there's nothing the Archon can do.
They just want to be with the people they cherish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me providing them with that opportunity. They don't wish to eternally part with their spouses and friends. What's so wrong about that? If you understood humans a little better, or had also experienced firsthand the absolute devastation of loss, then perhaps you wouldn't be so cold towards us.
If you had used your talents and determination for a just cause, you could have become a sage of the new generation. Unfortunately, you've committed one of the 6 cardinal sins of the Academia by attempting the forbidden and fearing none. You equated people's feelings with cold jnana energy and deprived them of the pain that they have to face. You lured them into these dreams, and even now, remain completely unaware of how evil all of this truly is.
Pain? Luring? Those kinds of things haven't existed here from the moment this world was created.
She's right here. This is Ilmon's child, Haidar.
Huh? My daughter? What's wrong with her?
This dream relies on a set network, which means that only those with devices planted in their bodies can enter this world.
Freaking how long is this
Carefully
gonna
think back and retrace
go
your
on
steps.
for?
I secretly went back to the mountainside with Haidar. Minar was already there waiting for me.
Because
And Haidar was able to see her mother.
yeah, then we find the bad guy in the dream. Now we just
She isn't actually the real Haidar?
No, because unlike you, she can't enter this dream. The moment you came into this dream, it created a Haidar to realize your wish of reuniting with your family. So, tell me, where's the real Haidar?
She's still out there on the mountainside.
That's right. And she must have been terrified to see her father not in his right mind. Not to mention the monsters in that area. The situation is very dangerous.
If Haidar's still out there, then...
What are you talking about, Dad? I don't understand.
I must wake up right now. I can't leave her there alone.
Oh.
It seems the others have also remembered something. People try to avoid pain and stay in their perceived bubbles of safety out of an instinct to protect themselves. This is human nature, but it is also one of their weaknesses. However, why are there still so many people striving to move forward, even when they know the path ahead is dangerous and painful? It's because people don't only live for themselves. They have families, loved ones, friends, and communities. They have dreams that they are still trying to achieve. But in this dream, you showed them only the most comfortable and soothing things. This entire world has been built on the foundation of buried and unseen pain. It's all just a well-devised scam.
It seems like I've stayed in the dream for too long.
I still have so many things I haven't done.
I thought gods didn't understand humans. That would have explained why they created such a flawed world where countless tragedies took place. I didn't expect you to arrive at the answer through sheer power of observation. But unfortunately, it means nothing now. If you
what
wanted to
does
spend a
that
little
mean
time
by
in the waking
dangerous?
world, go right ahead. In any case, I wanted to spend some time alone with Amira. As long as this
Like what,
dream
stubbing
continues to
your
exist,
toe?
you'll come back.
If that's real
Humans aren't as strong
dangerous.
as you think. And even if you're a god, they won't always listen to
Like
you.
what do they mean?
It's time to purge all the extraneous data and noise.
Monsters, be careful!
Yeah, I don't know what
Please get out of here and find
they
somewhere safe.
mean by dangerous.
I'm the master of this dream. I can create endless waves of monsters with the snap of a finger. Don't worry, they'll wake up before they get hurt. Amira doesn't like to see others in pain. If you know what's good for you, leave now!
Wheel of life. Boba, get them! Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Oops.
Grow. This might hurt a little.
Think you can get away? Opening box of Adepti tricks. Go.
But I think they mean like it in that way.
You haven't
Like,
won just
oh,
yet.
it's just very slightly dangerous.
If I go into hiding here, not even an Archon can ever find me. And as long as
Like,
people yearn for happiness,
something you
they will
don't
return
even
here
think
and
of.
rebuild this paradise.
Yeah, I remember JonTron did that. Watched a freaking safety video of that. Like the fatal 3 inches or something.
Oh no. Amira! 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 Amira, are you alright?
I don't feel well.
No, no, no! Please, no!
Yeah, I think it was a safety video of the fatal 3 inches.
Ruin my flowers.
And all it was about was like, oh, you gotta watch out for curbs. Like, they'll kill you or certain things. Like, oh my god. What is this? Like, are people really that paranoid?
Just shut up! Just decide for yourself.
Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory. Nice and spicy. You're...
Who am I? I'm not Amira.
Glad that's over. But what happened just now?
He's not very proficient in using the Akasha's technology, and he spent a lot of Jnana energy creating monsters. Now the system is out of control. All the people he created also turned into monsters, including Amira. It's terrible, even for a dream.
Even Paimon's freaked out. Paimon can't imagine what they're going through.
The good news is that the chaos seems to have subsided.
I'm probably
Now
gonna
we only need
watch
to wake
that
up the people
again.
here and let them return to their real lives.
Amira.
Oh, the safety videos.
They're all gone.
Like, they're
It was
so
just a big dream
dumb.
after all. I couldn't change my fate, and my knowledge turned out to be useless. What a cruel world.
And they're charging, like, what? Is it like $500 for that?
I don't care about that anymore.
Safety
The Jnana
videos?
energy used to sustain
It's
this
like
dream has all
something
been
really
transformed into
stupid.
monsters. This dream will soon collapse and my consciousness along with it. Let me disappear with Amira. I'd rather turn into dust than to ever wake up again.
It seems that everything that's happened is too much for him. He's lost all hope.
I think seeing Amira turn into a monster was punishment enough for him. After comprehending the hollowness of the unreal, it's time to revisit the meaning of existence.
Existence? I'm different from the others. I've long given up everything outside of my consciousness.
Using my knowledge of the Akasha, I have a way to extract your consciousness from here and put it inside a knowledge capsule. The Academia has probably kept your body, so you should be able to wake up soon.
No need. Just let me disappear. Reality means nothing to me now.
This isn't compassion. I won't let you escape your punishment by simply disappearing. As for your life after that, it'll be up to you how you want to exist. Alright, Traveler and Paimon, we should go back. We can finally wrap up this whole thing.
What's wrong, Nahida?
Oh, nothing. Let's tell the people here to gather at a moment of dreams after they wake up.
Oh, great. You're awake. Everybody has started to wake up, and we've heard similar reports from around the city as well. From the looks of it, you were able to successfully resolve the issue.
Yes, though it took us a good deal of effort. There will be many people gathering here shortly, so please do your best to maintain order. I need to go to the academia with them now, but we'll be back soon.
Are we going to ask about that scholar?
Yes, but it may take some time for him to wake up after his consciousness returns to his body. We can leave the rest to the Matra.
Oh, finally. That was kinda freaking like too long. That was almost an hour. Jesus. Yeah. What time is it? So it's... What is that? So it's 1:30. Yeah, so I'll play... I might... If I could stop hiccuping like a maniac. Yeah, I probably will play that. A Plague's Tale. Because it's one right now. It's probably gonna be... I'm probably gonna come back at 3 to stream. Oh, 4, 5. Yeah, I could fit that in there. The Division 2 for 3 hours, but I guess it kind of put a wrench in my plans because I wanted to obviously play this for an hour or less, but oh well, I guess. It's not hugely whatever, but I was just stopped then. Damn. And for the trophies, it's like, I guess they'll add other, stories later to get the trophies. Because I completed a lot of stories and I didn't get any story trophies. So, yeah, that's weird. But anyways, whatever. Oh yeah, that's the game I'll at least try on stream. Super Dust Portable. I think I did I do HD on stream? Super Stardust HD. Well, Super Stardust has Portable has trophies, which is cool. Yeah, I'll probably try that out on stream then. Get a few trophies there. Then yeah, just do a one-off stream of that game. And pick up any other trophies. Because I don't think that game is really much more than a one-off stream, but I'll Stop blabbering, Archie, stop. Press the share button. And say thanks for all the watch and all the good stuff. And I'll be back with probably the Division 2. I'll aim for an hour, if not 2 hours, because I need to do freaking life stuff. But anyways, I'll end. Yes.